€41,590. That is the Innsbruck Motor Show action price for the Kia PV5 Passenger Earth Plus. The Volkswagen ID.Buzz in comparable specification costs roughly €10,000 more. What those €10,000 actually buy, and whether the answer justifies the gap, is what this walk-around settles. The PV5 does not try to be retro. It commits to a shape that makes sense for an electric van in 2026. The charging port sits at the center of the nose, so no cable ends up draped across the door when you plug in at a public charger. Clean signature LED lighting extends into the A-pillar. The three-piece front bumper is designed to be replaced section by section rather than in full, a detail that only matters if you actually plan to use this vehicle in daily life. It sits in roughly the same footprint as the ID.Buzz at 4,695 millimeters. It just looks nothing like one. Whether that trade is one you are comfortable making depends on how much of your decision lives in the badge. 1,330 liters of boot space is in the next section, and it changes how the exterior proportion reads. Inside, function is arranged well. A 7.5-inch digital cluster for the driver, and a 12.9-inch infotainment screen handling wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto without a cable. Everything responds quickly. The layout does not require adjustment. Everything you actually use daily is built to a better standard than the price suggests. The Earth Plus gives both front seats electric adjustment with lumbar support. The steering wheel is heated. There is a wireless charging pad below the center stack and two USB-C ports for the front row. Cheaper plastics exist on the lower dashboard sections. I found them. In daily use, you would not be looking for them. The rear cabin is where the PV5 makes its clearest argument. 3 seats across the second row, seat heating, rear air vents, and enough knee room that adults do not need to angle themselves into position. Kia has fitted small opening sections in the rear quarter windows, a detail that sounds minor until you are managing 3 children in the back on a warm afternoon. I had expected the interior to be the compromised area for a brand entering this category for the first time. The rear cabin was the part that revised that expectation. Behind the rear seats, 1,330 liters of boot space, around 47 cubic feet. The low lip is low. The tailgate lifts to 85 degrees and gives you a wide, flat opening. Think about the last time you loaded a pushchair into a car with a high sill and a narrow aperture. This is the opposite of that. Fold the rear row, and that becomes 2,315 liters, around 81.7 cubic feet. That is not family estate territory, that is removal van territory. In a vehicle this size, the powertrain is not the argument. 161 horsepower and 250 newton-meters of torque, around 184 pound-feet, is enough to move a full load through a roundabout without complaint and sustain a motorway cruise without effort. That is exactly what it needs to be. The 71.2 kilowatt-hour battery produces a WLTP range of 412 kilometers, around 256 miles. Peak DC charging sits at 150 kilowatts, 10 to 80% in approximately 30 minutes. A heat pump comes standard from the Earth trim upward, which protects that range figure in cold weather, rather than letting it erode. The V2X function allows up to 3.6 kilowatts of bidirectional output. You can power appliances, charge devices, or feed a compatible home energy system directly from this car. At this price, that is not a given. Kia included it anyway. €41,590 at the show action price, down from the list price of $45,590. 7 years and 150,000 kilometers of factory warranty with every PV5, regardless of trim. Volkswagen offers 3 years. 7 years is Kia's answer to the trust question that comes with buying from a brand entering a new category for the first time. Not a statement, a legally binding commitment. Whether those €10,000 between this and the ID.Buzz buy something essential is the decision this car forces you to make. On this evidence, that answer has become harder to give in the competition's favor. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.